Okay, Wiggy, give me a grade for the Patriots this year. What kind of year?
For this year, I would say C-.
Oh, Wiggy, that's so critical. Oh, you're so negative.
Listen, this year, it started off. It started off early on as far as like the receivers, right? Making decision on receivers and what they were going to do. I was hoping that they would have went after Golden Tate. They ended up bringing in Josh Gordon. Ultimately, at the end of the day, Felger, you were right on that one. And looking back at it,
so predictable.
Looking back at it, it was like, we were all looking for we were all trying to look for those rainbows and and just cotton candy at the end of the day. But he is who he is, and so you look at that and that where you've struggled all year. I think it's been your passing game. Your passing game hasn't been the same, and they missed out some opportunities. I mean, even the times we talked about Demaryius Thomas, or we talked about some of those other guys that had the ability to maybe they could have signed. And I think when you look at them overall defensively, they've been bad.
Huh? A little strong. Connors says B-. I'm with Connors. Joanne says B. Eric, solid C. They're B. I mean, are we grading them against the league or themselves? If it's against themselves, then fine, right? For their standards, it's low. But I mean, that's why I settle in the middle. B-. B- kind of year for this Patriots team.
And I'm grading them against themselves. You know what I mean? I'm grading them against like the Miami game. That if you win that game, and now even if you lose against Pittsburgh, which is one of those games you got to go on the road, now you're looking at like, oh, okay, you don't piss down your leg against Miami. It's kind of a different team. So I'm grading them based on you lose against Detroit early in the season, you lose to Tennessee. So there's some of those games that I'm looking at like, that it was just the way that they're looking at it is just bad. So I give them a C- on the year. But they still, in my opinion, I still think they're going to be in the Super Bowl. I still think they're.
Okay, so how can you give a Super Bowl team a C? Come on, Rick.
Because the rest of the league, you've said this. It's about the rest of the AFC. They, to their standards, they're playing C- football. But here's the analogy that I made, okay, and how people look at it differently. It's like this, right? We've seen the Patriots. They're like the guy at the party that always has the model chicks on his arm, right? Every time you see him, he's got these fine dime pieces on his arm. And then one day you see him at the party and he's with this absolute beast. You're like, yo, what's happened to you? You know what I mean? Everybody's going to be looking at him different. And this is one of them years where they don't have a model. They with that beast because whatever it is, maybe their game ain't right. The game ain't the same. They just don't have that. They don't have that swag this year. So I look at them, and then you got the teams like Kansas City and the rest of these teams that always got beast on their arms. And then now one year they happen to take the pretty girl to the party. So I'm not gonna give them no say so right off the giddy up. I'm looking at it like, hey, I'm gonna ride with the guy who's always getting 10s. He just happened to have a bad night.